We're getting a lot of comments regarding the Queen City League and Interclub League. So if you're interested in Queen City or if you have questions about Queen City, this video is for you. It's going to be a little bit of a long one, but we're going to talk about Queen City, explain what it is, what the rules are, the formats, and where you can get more information. But if you still have questions after the video, put them in the comments on this page on YouTube, and then we'll answer them there. That way other people can see them. And we'll start with the Queen City website. If you just type in Google search Queen City Pickleball League, you're going to see most likely the top of the list, qcpickleball.tennisscores.com. The tennis scores is because, and Queen City has been around for a long time. It started out as a tennis league, started out in the 70s. And when they developed a digital platform, they built it on this tennisscores.com website because they needed the ability to capture rosters and put out schedules and also input scores. So that platform is used for the pickleball as well. All right, here's the web page. Up at the top, the header, you've got Queen City Pickleball, you've got the leagues, archives, and we're in the North Division. The North Division is going to have teams like Cowans Ford, Carolina Pickleball, Concord Pickleball, Lake Norman Pickleball. Those are the teams, and it's an inter-club league, meaning that we play other teams. So you can see this is the Division 3. So you can see these are the teams that are in the Division 3 league. So you don't see our name because we haven't registered our team yet. So once the league starts, you'll be able to see the schedule each week and kind of plan out your team. The first content block here will give you information about the league. So all right, it's going to take me to the page for the fall 2026. There's a couple new leagues that they haven't had in the past, and those are the 60 plus for men and women, and the format's a little bit different. We plan to have a men's 60 plus team, and that's going to play Wednesdays at 12. You're going to have 4 players per match, but you'd like to have more than 8 people on the roster in case you need subs and things like that. So the format is 4 players, so you're going to play 2 matches with each of your partners for a total of 6 games. And you're going to need 2 courts for that. And a general guideline here, D1 is going to be 3.75 plus, and then D2 is 3.5 and below. With any new league, we're going to be a little bit limited based on what the other clubs in our area decide to do. They might combine the D1 and D2. It just kind of depends. But we're going to put together a team. We're going to label it as D1. We might actually play a combined league just depending on how many other teams are in the league. Now what they're calling the mixed leagues, that's the main league, and they have this same format in the spring and the fall. So this will be the fall of 2026. The play date Saturdays around 3 o'clock. Sometimes they might agree on a different day and time, but generally it's Saturdays at 3 o'clock. You will have a home and an away. So let's say if we have 8 matches, in theory we might have 4 home matches, and then we might play away at other clubs 4 other times. On the team, you'll have 3 males and 3 females that will play, but you need at least 10 on the roster for subs and vacations and things like that. So each player is going to play 6 total games. You're going to play 2 games with your gender partner and then 1 of the opposite gender. So you're going to show up and there's going to be 3 guys and 3 girls. So you're going to play 2 games with each of the 2 guys if you're a guy. If you're a girl, you're going to play 2 games with each of your same gender. And then you're going to play 1 game with your opposite mixed partner that's on the same line. So you've got 3 girls, 3 guys. You're going to rank them 1 through 3. So if you're the number 2 girl, you're going to play your mixed match with the number 2 guy. And then down at the bottom is a general guideline of what the divisions are. Division 1 is 4.25 plus, Division 2 3.75 to 4.25, and so on. But again, it depends on who signs up. If there aren't enough 4.25 Division 1 teams, they might combine Division 1 and Division 2 together. Okay, let's look at some key dates. The captain's meeting for the North is going to be at the Serve in Cornelius, Sunday, August 16th at 5 p.m. So we encourage the captain and the co-captain to attend that so they just get a better understanding of the rules and the formats and the culture of Queen City Pickleball. Right now, we're working towards this August 3rd deadline, which is getting our team intent and our court restrictions. So what that means is basically we need to let Queen City know what days we can host and what days we can't host. If we're having a tournament one Saturday, then we can't host that day. So they need a lot of time, a lot of runway to schedule the matches out and also make it somewhat equitable to all the other teams, so they have somewhat equal away and home matches. Key dates that we need to realize is August 28th is when they're going to release all the schedules. And then September 9th, our season begin. We're going to play out the season based on how many teams are in the division. You might get 6 matches, you may get 8 matches, may get 9 matches. It just kind of depends on how many teams are in your division. And then around November 7th, the regular season is going to end. And then that's when the playoffs happen. If you win your regular season in the North, then they're going to have a championship of the North versus the South, and that's going to be held at peak time, November 14th. So once the season starts and you start entering scores, you're going to be able to go to this dashboard and you can see what the standings are. So I'm pulling up a summer league from the South just to give you some background, some information on how this works. So we see there's a number of teams here, 8 maybe. The SP, that's the number of points, and then weeks, that's the number of weeks. So it was a 6-week season. It looks like some teams didn't finish for whatever reason, but regardless. So I'm going to click on Peachtree, and now it pulls up this dashboard that shows they got 16 points. So if I hover over that and I click on that, this will give me the actual scorecard from June 24th. You can see round 1, round 2. Here are 4 weeks of scores where they scored 16, then 9, then 21, then 23. So down at the bottom, you can see the schedule. You can see who the captains are, as well as the roster. And this is where I think a lot of players are getting confused, because we get a lot of questions about, oh, well, I'm going to be out a few weeks. Well, it's fine. Basically, the culture of this is the captain is making the decisions on what the lineups are each week. So it's possible that you might be available, but you may not play because it's going to be the captain's decision. And that decision's based on a lot of factors. It might be based on other partners that are available that you jive with, or it might be based on an equitable play, or it might be based on a competitive roster. So generally, you kind of have 2 approaches. One would be a competitive team, and the other would be an equitable team. And this is just from my experience of playing Queen City for many years. And a blended approach is such that you're going to play your strong players against the strong teams. You play your weaker players against the weaker teams. That's more of an equitable approach, but blended to make it competitive for everybody. So you're trying to get everybody not only equitable play, but also good matches. So it's important to understand that the captains are the quarterback of the team. They're making the decisions of who's playing, who's on the team. But the main goal is to have fun. And this is an amazing league. You're going to have a lot of fun. It's competitive, but it's not quite like a tournament. So it's got a little bit of tension because it's for real. And when I say it's for real, anytime that you enter your scores in the public domain, it's for real because people can see that. Now, if you're the type that you want to dive into the rules, then you can go to the website, and right here are the rules. You click on that and you can. So a few important rules that you need to be aware of is the strict timelines. So if the match starts at 3 o'clock, then that's the start time. That's not the warm-up time. If you need a little extra time to warm up, you need to get there early. So generally, if we have a 3 o'clock match, we'll probably start reserving courts at 2:30 to give the opposing team time to get there, get acquainted, get on court, and warm up. So just be aware, the start time at 3 o'clock is the match start time. And if you are 15 minutes late, you are potentially going to default your line. Key highlights here is that you can only play for one club in the season. So if you're playing for Carolina Pickleball Club, you can't play for Lake Norman as well. The other thing you can't do is you can't play for 2 teams in the same division. But what you can do is you can play up. So if you're a Division 4, if you're on the Division 4 roster and the Division 3 team runs out of players and they need a sub, you can bump up and play up, and you would play up to the next up line. So let's say you're a line 1 player for Division 4, then you could play line 3 for Division 3. So you're welcome to read through all of these rules, but those are the main things that you need to be concerned with. So that's the rundown on the Queen City League. Good luck, everybody. I hope you have an amazing season. And if you need any help or coaching, reach out to me, you or your partner, or you and your whole team. I'm here to help. I'll see you on the court.